And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Charlotte Hornets. And now the fast break. Ivey with the ball. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, when Ivey's making his threes, you have to come out to him at the line, and that really opens up driving lanes for him.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Now, here's Avdia. After Luka Doncic's miss. 5 on the clock. Shot on the wing. And that one's good. Ingram.
Well, there's that smooth jumper of Ingram. So outstanding at just creating space and rising up over the top.
Here's Doncic. It's tipped. And they get it back. A nice shot by KD. It's been a quick start for Portland. 4-point game. Here's Avdia. A three-pointer off the mark. Now Cleveland moving it up. And it's good off the back rim and in. KD's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot.
Cleveland with the ball. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Pass to Grimes. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
Zubac, no good. Portland leading. Drives to the hoop. And that one is hammered home.
That's a nice find by Ingram, getting it to the open man.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. The three for Doncic. The rebound by Iwundu.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Here's Avdia. And they get it back. Here's Shumshay. Just 5 to shoot. And he drives in. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
This is a heads-up play by Ivy. He sees what the pick and roll opens up and finds the best scoring option.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Doncic right side. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, great feed by Durant. There's way more than scoring to his offensive game.
Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
Now Cleveland moving it up. Count that bucket. 5 points in the game.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And I look at your list of players you've coached, some incredible scores along the way, including Brandon Ingram. Let's zero in on him. What makes him so good?
Well, Kevin, look, when you've got Brandon Ingram's size and then you have the ability to get where you want to go on the floor and you can just get to that spot and rise up above people and knock down shots, you're virtually impossible to stop one-on-one, and that's what Brandon Ingram has.
What a talent. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Here's Doncic. Then Avdia making his last shot. And it's in there. Doncic has got his second basket.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going. We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Driving to the basket. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Well, there's a guard who can get up. Ivy doesn't pass up these chances to slam it down.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
pass to Iwundu. Nice defense from KD.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And so it's Jaden Ivey making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter.
21.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
Well, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break. And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Zubac, no good. Trailblazers leading by 6. For 3. Back to Hayes. Drills the three-pointer. Hayes has got 5 points so far.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Outside Collins. And he banks in the layup. Collins has got his first basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Driving in. No good, and he's 3 of 6 from the floor.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Post misses the shot. Cleveland trails by 9. To the middle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Outside Collins. Fires from the line. Can't hit that one.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Zubac. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 7. John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity, and he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor, so he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now, and that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 10. Nice move. No good. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And then Collins slams it in.
He can slam it with the best of them. Collins with an all-star weekend-worthy dunk there.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
A nice shot by KD.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
From downtown, it's hauled in by Cornette.
there's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Paxson coming off the assist from KD.
And it's so hard to take away the three from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
Here's Post. The shot's good. Post has got his first points in this one. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Pass to Cornette. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
Here's Post. Sinks the triple. Post has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Here's Doncic. Doncic going to work.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Nailed from three-point land. He's got 8.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
Taken away by Hayes. Unhindered, going all the way. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Cornette. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Cornette's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And here's Avdia. Here's Ivy. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Now, here's Ivy. Pass to Shumshay. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The shot from 20 feet away.
That's just remarkable defense by Durant. Shooters definitely feel his presence when he's contesting like that. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Cleveland trails by 8. Doncic feeling it out. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Wrong range from the inbound. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Putting his vertical to work. Jaden Ivey makes the long trip upstairs.
And they double up Doncic. Outside, KD. It's hauled in by Shumshay.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That one misses. Cleveland trails by 9. Back to Doncic. Cleveland moving it around. Outside, O'Neal. Inside, Zubac. It's deflected.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Doncic with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Now, Doncic. He's got 15. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
4th personal foul.
We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him.
Right.
Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Doncic brushes off the contact and hits.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Outside, Avdia. Doncic outside. Pass to Kamare.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
For Cleveland, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Harris, good.
I like the dish from Hardaway Jr., proving once again he's a team-first player.
Avdia gets the bucket.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
To the paint. Here's Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Always good to see Hardaway not sitting back and attacking the rim.
Pass to Iwundu. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cleveland trails by 6. Here's Kamare. Connects from three-point range. Kamare's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the looking like from 3 and capitalized.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Portland.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Down low. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pass to Kamare. KD on the wing. It's up a three. He doesn't hit that one. Trailblazers leading by 5. Ivy, no one around him. The long distance three is buried. Ivy's got 15.
Look at the confidence from Ivy. Lets it fly from way beyond the arc.
From 17 feet out. And he connects with the jumper.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Portland, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. That free throw, good from Avdia.
Denny Avdia taking 2 shots.
Both free throws, good from Avdia.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Harris outside. Back to Gonzalez. Out to the right wing. On the wing, Hardaway. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Shumshay.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Outside, Avdia. To the inside. Shot's good by Shumshay. Shumshay's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Here's Ivy. There's the 3. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point.
The Portland 67.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Cleveland trails by 7. Up top, Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Killian Hayes.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
The 3 bangs home the trifecta.
3.
And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Outside Durant. Shot from free throw range. Portland grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 14 points. Over to the wing. Portland moving the ball around. 2 points. That one goes. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Cleveland ball.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Cleveland. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Durant. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Blazers on offense. Banked in off the glass.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution. Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
First personal foul.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter.
Into the lineup.
You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
First personal foul. Second team.
That's good from Durant.
Katie, one of the most prolific scorers in the NBA. The intrigue is how he does it with his stature.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Big group substitution here for Cleveland. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. Moreno. And such a nice move to make the basket work. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. Here's Doncic. Pass to Zubac. Doncic left side. Outside Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Hayes.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Good on the triple.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Personal foul.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Taking 2 shots.
All free throws good from Doncic.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
And there's the drive. Here's Collins. And then Collins slams it in.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
Doncic outside. Screen by Zubac. Not a hand on it. They retain possession. Tries again. Goes up again. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Cleveland trails by 13. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. And here are the Blazers.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Hayes. Misses the 3. Cleveland now. Time running out. Outside Hardaway. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 7 points for Killian Hayes.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. A different look now for Portland. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
Three-pointer. Ivey with the bucket.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And there's no question that Ivey possesses a ton of talent. The most important thing for him is trying to be consistent.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
That is a great finish!
Oh, my.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Pass to Doncic. Lets it go with a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Ivey. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out.
Well, on certain nights, Ivey just goes off. This is one of them.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This